Good morning, welcome to TERRA at Home. Officially on the inside of September now, and we have to start thinking about how we're going to alter the colors as naturally the colors change around us, and making things look beautiful outside and inside our home. We're here with Amii from TERRA, and you're going to help us with that today.
Yes.
Yes.
Outdoor planters.
Yes, outdoor planters, and my favorite thing to do, I love that excuse to, even though our outdoor planters right now are actually looking quite pretty, because the cooler nights start to come in and they actually start to feel like they're not suffocating anymore, but it's time to get them out and put in some other color.
With every new season, I say it's my favorite season. I think because I like the change. I like the opportunity to finally change it. I get sick of things.
Exactly, absolutely. So we have some great ideas, and the best part I love about TERRA is that you can walk in and you can just have something made for you, and it's done, and you can put it in your car, put it out the front. You look fantastic and easy. Or you can make it yourself.
Yes. Make it yourself. We'll make it for you. You can come in and select from our lines.
Yeah, and that's the great thing too, is if you have some ideas of what you want to do, then you can suggest it, and you, as you just said, you can make it for a person depending on their colors. And some people have urns all over the place, so they want to go all out. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's sometimes they have something they want to drop it into. So I brought with me today one of our natural, like our urn liners. So it's it's already pre-potted in a container that fits a standard urn. A lot of people have a standard urn, so you can just come and select what you like in the liner.
And the colors are beautiful, right?
Yeah, and just drop it right in.
Yeah, so it's easy. And then again, you're obviously the things that you have to think about again is all the height differences and the color variations.
Yeah, and in all of our containers, we'll do that for you. That we design, with our different heights. But yeah, definitely, we've got, if you come in you're selecting plant material, we've got, your tall grasses, your mums, the thriller, filler, spiller, we always say, start from the top, work your way down. But yeah, in any of our containers, you'll see that, or we can help you to build it.
And some people just, again, they love that excuse, as you're saying, for change, but also to get digging in the dirt again before we don't get to play with dirt for a while. Right?
Yeah, make yourself productive.
Exactly, and it is fun, and it's fun to put something together, and even just based on some of the ideas that you see at TERRA, which is helpful as well. Right?
Yeah, there's a lot of inspiration when you come, lots of different colors and different ideas, so you can either sort of piece something together yourself or take right from our inspiration.
So I think another thing too is also talking about the color shift. It doesn't have to always be the changing of a fall leaf, the colors that we're used to, the golds and the oranges and the rusts and reds. You can also go with the pinks and the roses.
And that's something I always like to show. Like I love the traditional fall colors. That's something that I really like. But a lot of people just say they don't want fall. They don't want their house to scream fall, especially the beginning of September at Thanksgiving. Some people think it's fine, but first thing in September, it just feels so sudden. So a lot of people like to stay with the different mauves and stuff. So I was going to show you something today.
Let's do that, because it's also good, especially if you have a house that's based on the blues and the grays, and you want to stay kind of with those tones.
The tones,
So you can still pull out fall plant life, but you're not going with those typical fall colors.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so let's build something.
Yeah, I brought something different. This is a new type of basket that we're carrying right now, and I just thought it was really cute because it does look fall. It's got the handle and stuff, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, just to show a not so fall container, so that you have that fall plant combination, but not that big traditional fall color. So I brought a few different things with me. A couple things that people may not think to use for fall. This one's a calla lily.
I wouldn't have.
No, you wouldn't. But they actually tolerate right to 5 degrees. So they'll be fine out in the fall. Exactly. So it's something that I might put in the back. So it's something different. Nice, and it's quite feminine, so I really like it. I think they're really pretty. And then I brought with me a purple ornamental pepper, which doesn't, it's got little tiny purple flowers, but it's really the foliage that looks nice, and it will have peppers on it.
Exactly, so that's beautiful. I love that.
Take that one out and stick that one right in the background here.
Because even the leaves have that purpley plum tinge to them, so that's really nice.
It looks, very pretty. And then I've got the nice fall flowering kale, so right in the purple. And pop that one right down.
And that screams fall again, but without the colors.
It screams fall, but without, exactly. So, and then I'm just going to turn a little bit to myself
here. And that's just so pretty, because again, you're getting different textures and focal points.
Yeah, and this one I'm just going to pull the roots a little bit down in it, just to sink it down the right height here.
Okay.
I mean, we have to
go for
move it. And I always say,
you're
don't
not used
hesitate.
to having to do this on TV, are you?
No.
There we go.
And from the front, I'm pulling it down.
That's okay. There you go.
There we go.
We're good.
So just something like that. So natural
And that's a great part about just mums themselves and the variety of colors that you can get.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Some people just do all white. They do, and that looks pretty too.
Yeah, and right now we're seeing white with blue. So white and blue for fall would be kind of a neat combination to do.
Yeah.
A lot of the cranberry colors with oranges look really great this year together.
I love
that. So just something different to do for fall.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, traditional is still always beautiful, and it's always something that you'll find. But getting, you know, a little bit different going.
Exactly. And this is just a beautiful variety of colors and tones, easy to maintain. And as you say, it can handle some of the temperature changes that we're going to be dealing with.
And I always say for fall, plant it like you want to see it, because you don't have a lot of growing time. So I always fill my container right out, get the exact look I want, add my different accents, like for instance the lantern or the birds.
I know, I love this over here.
Yeah, the different sticks and twigs you can add.
Yeah, and the grasses are nice too. Again, they remind you, because the grasses almost change a bit of color and they move into the fall, it just reminds you of just being out in the country, and it adds that little bit of
and we're seeing
movement.
This time of year we see them in their full maturity in the gardens, so it just screams fall.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
It looks great.
I really like that a lot. Now, let's also look at this basket here too, because at the front you've added like little peppers there.
Yeah, that's fall is. Peppers are extremely popular in fall. Fall is sort of when you're harvesting all your peppers from your garden. So it seems natural, but yeah, the colors are great. I mean, you have the purple peppers, but you've also got your traditional, the orange, the red, the yellow. They change color as the season goes, so they're one of the most popular things in fall.
I think that's so great though, because again, you're just giving some variety, and by creating, I mean, again, your own style, that will differentiate you from your neighbor as well.
Yes.
Right? By coming in and doing this. And again, you've added some of the ornaments, you know, a lot of the decor that you can buy here as well, you can kind of add in.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, the bird, and then we've even got tropical plant material in that, just to bring out the fall colors.
Okay, so that's what I was just thinking. That is a tropical plant.
It is.
Yeah.
And
why not?
I mean, it'll take right till frost. So why not use it?
Yeah.
Because once frost comes, you're looking at greens for outside, right? So,
exactly.
You know,
it's so true. That's right. Because everything else is at that point goes dormant. So you need greens that are going to hold some color and give you something, right?
Use a little bit of tropical flair. Use, you know, you could still have a palm. It'll take right till frost if you want to, if that's the look you want. Yeah.
Sure. Again, keep that color as long as you can, right? Yeah. So say, for example, somebody does want to come in and they want you guys to create a planter for them. Is that a call ahead, or is that a, hey, stop by, let's talk?
Certainly stop by. Okay. Stop by, let's talk. We'll help you pick out the plant material, or you know, we'll walk with you, we'll pick out the plant material with you, and then we'll build it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Absolutely, because a lot of people have their own ceramic pots at home. They want the look, they just don't know how to get it. We can help you pick the plant material and kind of show you how to do it. Or we can do it right there for you. You can bring your pot in.
Take a picture of your pot, right?
Absolutely.
Show you guys. That's really how you're going to help to achieve the look that you want. And as you know, we're saying, some people have them all over the place. So
it seems a little intimidating at first, but really, like as you saw, you can rip apart the roots, you can move the plants around, you can be, you know, it's fun. Get in there
and do what you need to do. Okay,
absolutely.
Very cool. And again, so it just shows you that it doesn't have to all be about the yellows and the rusts and the reds. It just gives you lots of option. You want movement. The grasses do that with the fall winds picking up, and they're tolerant for temperature. So lots of options there. So love it. Thank you so much, Amy Dominato, again from TERRA. Make sure you do stop on by TERRA, and you've got lots of options for this fall, from home decor, again, which will be another upcoming segment for next weekend. But again, just all about decorating and making your front of your house look beautiful. That is it for now, and next week we're talking fall. That's it for now.
Live color fully at TERRA, where color lives.
AM 900 CHML is giving you more news when you want it most. Non-stop news weekday mornings 5 till 9, weekday afternoons 3 to 6, with weather and traffic on the 9s. Hear about it first from AM 900 CHML, Hamilton's news talk leader.
Heritage Perennials presents TERRA's Perennial Pick of the Week. Sedum Autumn Joy is a classic favorite with its dusky pink broccoli-like flowers in summer through fall, extremely drought tolerant. Heritage Perennials. Look for us in the blue pots.
Welcome back to TERRA at Home. We're at a cute little consignment shop called the Millionaire's Daughter, and we're here with the Millionaire's Daughter, which brings us to the story. So Maureen Barnes, we should probably, right out of the gun, talk about why it's called the Millionaire's Daughter.
Well, when we first opened the Millionaire consignment store here on Ottawa Street. We were trying to think of a really good name for the store. And so we thought of, well, my parents used to own restaurants called the Millionaire Drive-Ins in Hamilton. And a lot of people really connect to the Millionaire Drive-Ins because they met their husbands, their wives. Everybody used to hang around there.
Well, all of a sudden, all of us connected when you told any of us in the crew,
and
whatever.
That's exactly the faces that you get. It's oh, I didn't know that's where that came from. So then we thought, okay, let's call it the Millionaire's Daughter, which has been a fabulous name for us. It's been a really good connection to Hamilton. We love Hamilton. You know, we sponsor it all the time and things like that. So it's been just a really good connection with us. Yes,
it works out perfectly. Now you've opened a location in Oakville as well.
Well, and that kind of came along. You know, we have 5,000 square feet here. It's a great location here. It's on 2 levels. We go through tons and tons of furniture here. And then what happened is we had decided that we needed to expand. So we went over to Oakville and we found a great location in Oakville just off of Spears, Dorval and Spears. And it's close to 8,000 square feet there.
Wow.
And beautiful, once again, furniture. Same type of furniture here, over there too, but just a bigger collection.
And so that brings us to what you do carry in your store. You basically told me that you'd like to carry something for everybody. So approachable pricing and literally style, everyone's style. Someone should be able to find everything.
That's the coolest thing about consignment, because with consignment, you don't do the buying.
Right.
Consignment is all about what different people have, a different taste, anything like that. So that's what's really nice about that. So what happens with consignment is, like, let's say you have something and maybe you're tired of it, maybe you're downsizing, maybe whatever reasons you'd be doing. So you're thinking, what can I do with it? Well, this is where we come in. So you'd send us the picture. We would just over to themillionairesdaughter.com.
Okay.
We'll reply to you and say, hey, you know what, this is how much we think we could sell it for. When we think we could bring it in, we can pick it up, we can do all of that kind of service for you. Perfect. And whatever we sell it for, it's 50-50 on the floor. Okay. So what that means, if a dining room table came in and the store was selling it for $800, you, the consignor, would get $400. Wow. The store would get $400. Now what we do for that is that we have a fabulous website. All the pictures, any type of item goes onto the website.
See, that is the difference between a lot of other stores, and that's constant maintenance for you guys too, right?
It's every single day. So we'll go through, in this store here, we go through 5 houseloads of furniture a week.
That is hard to fathom.
Stuff comes in, goes out.
Everybody has stuff.
And everybody does have stuff. And it's decor items too. So it's not just furniture, but it's everything too.
So from little knickknacks to whatever. And some people just also maybe collect certain things, right? And are looking to continue off, whether it's, you know, their chinaware, glassware.
And we have, you know, with the website, what happens is that we have a certain line of furniture. Anything that comes in for teak or something, you know, this time of year, September and stuff like that. Yes. People are really nesting once again into their houses. Teak furniture, what they do is they look, especially into Toronto, what happens is that they'll look on our website, and this happens all the time. They don't even come into the store. We ship it directly to them because the prices just are incredible.
That's the thing, yeah. If people are very specific of what their needs are and they see it,
they don't want to fool around with it. It's teak, it's beautiful, any type of desks or anything like that, we have that. You know, so just a total thing. So let's say, so you've got the consignments coming in. Yeah. And so also what we do is that if you do have something and you find it here on the website, or if you need for us to deliver it, we take care of all of that stuff. So what we try to do here at the Millionaire's Daughter is be everything like a really good service-oriented store. We have great staff.
Well, it makes it easier, right? It's more approachable for people because some people can't get around the idea. You know, some people have storage units.
Absolutely, big
full of stuff, right? And I know for sure I have a dining room table that's in a storage unit that I need to move on.
Absolutely.
And it's a fantastic table, but somebody would love that table.
And that's, you know what, that's the neatest thing about this business too, is that it's the connection. It's like you're getting rid of something and you're kind of going, okay, but that person that comes in and they see it, and that's everybody always asks, say, well, who did it go to? Who did that item go to? And they want to know who it was sold to, what the little history about it. And so there's that whole connection with this, which I never knew actually was going to happen.
You wouldn't think that
people were really interested in that. And what I wanted to say too is that with consignment, so how it drops in prices.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So everything has a tag, every item has a tag, and there's a price, and then off to the right, there's a breakdown of how the pricing will change.
That's right. So what happens is that we'll date it when it first comes in, a little description of what it's going to look like, or what it looks like. And then 60 days later, everything in the store from that date drops to the next price. So if it came in September, then it would drop 60 days later, that type of thing.
How do you guys keep on top of this?
Great consignment program.
That's good staff, as you mentioned too, right?
Good staff.
Wow.
So after 60 days, 15%. Then the next month, 10. So eventually an item will drop 35%. And also too, that's a game people love to play.
That's the thing. It's a bit of a risk,
yes.
right?
If you love it, get it. If you're unsure, I always say walk away, try it. Get the item number. I mean, a lot of disappointed faces because they'll come back because the majority of items will sell within the first 30 days.
Yes, you're getting a pretty good movement through here. So especially with the truckloads that you're getting. So people might not want to gamble, as you say. If you like it, it's going to be one of a kind in the store, pretty much, right?
And you know what? That's as I said. It's just the coolest part about that because some things something will come in. And we'll go, oh, we kind of like it, maybe not like it. And then somebody walks in that next day and they love it because it's all different taste.
That's right.
No rhyme, no reason.
That's right. And you know what I love about this store as well is it is so neat and clean and tidy. You're almost like you're walking into someone's house. The way you have it set up.
We always wanted to do that.
That is a big deal, though. A lot of people can't get their heads around walking in just to stacked clutter, and it doesn't show well either, right? It doesn't present.
So that's like what we try to do is, again, we've got great staff. The tables are set, like it looks like somebody's going to come down and have dinner with us at that time.
Exactly.
We try to set it up so that we can show people, hey, this is what it's going to look like in your place, or what it could look like in your place, type of thing. If you take that little item, maybe it's going to help to do that. And that was always kind of what we really, as I said, going back to the goal for all of this is to really bring the whole reuse thing, not throwing things out.
The whole other point of all of this, right? Really, it is. It's about salvaging, and again, that's such a big push nowadays. So many people are recognizing that. Why produce something new? And if and it's all about customer demand, right? So if we stopped demanding new things and we all just kind of keep sharing our items,
absolutely, it's just and it really is a win-win for everybody. I mean, with consignment, it's a win-win for you as a consignor because you get money for your items. Right. Secondly, you know that it's going someplace. It's not going out to the dump or whatever type of thing. Somebody's going to fall in love with it, and the story continues. Yeah. Well, you're helping to save all the dumps all around I tell you, honestly, the region, aren't you? Really is. I mean, when I see, and people sometimes will say, like a lot of our furniture might get painted. Go to get painted. Yeah. That's the next stage. Go, I don't know if I want, if I might get painted. So what would you rather have, it painted or thrown out? Garbage. So. Well, you know what? It was fun coming here and getting to learn the concept. And again, so this is the location on Ottawa Street in Hamilton. Now there's the one in Oakville as well. 427 Spears Road, just off of Dorval in Oakville. Perfect. Well, thank you, Maureen. And it's fun to meet the Millionaire's daughter. Thank you. So cool. We'll have more Terra after this.
Come and explore the new Terra, where color lives.
You've sat under them and built forts in them. You've swung from them and fell out of them. You've even fallen in love under them. Trees have always held a special place in our hearts and memories. A natural beauty, trees will grow with you and your family and bring color and nature into your world. For your assurance of quality, look for trees and shrubs with the Medallion plant tag. Medallion plants, locally grown, the pride of Niagara.
Welcome back to Terra at Home. We're here in the main kitchen with Chef Rachel, and of course we're now inside September, but it's still warm outside, as we know, making our way through September. So we still want to eat light and have beautiful fresh dishes and use all the local ingredients that we have available to us. So we are making what today?
Right, so today we're making haddock. We're going to blacken it. So that just means, it's crusted in a Cajun spice, so it's spicy. It'll be nice and dark. We'll pan fry it with a fresh salsa on top and some pan fried potatoes as well. That's perfect, especially when you're using when you have a blackened fish and you're getting that spice, which sometimes scares people if they're not used to that. By having the salsa, it's a cooling agent, right? Yes. And it gives you just a break in between each bite, and it's just a really nice accompaniment. Exactly. Okay, so first we're going to get started with the potatoes because they're going to take the longest to cook. So I always like to just preheat my pan as we're getting ready here. So basically, this is one potato. It goes a long way, and I've just sliced it so into thin rounds. Just a different way of doing them.
And they'll cook fairly quickly because they are so thin, right? So
yes.
Mix a little bit.
They shouldn't take too long. So I'm just going to mix it with a little bit of oil, and we can put in some salt and pepper there as well, and some fresh herbs. So I've decided to go with oregano and thyme.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to mix them because of their shape. But we'll just get them covered in oil, and then when we put them in the pan, we can season them in the pan.
So you don't have to pre-parboil them or anything like that. They're just easy to cook that way? Okay.
Yeah, you could. Because they're so thin, they really won't take long at all.
Okay.
Again, I just want to make sure the pan's hot. So in the meantime, we cut up some fresh oregano, thyme. That's my herb of, those I should say, are my herbs of choice today. But I tend to use a lot of rosemary when I'm doing potatoes.
I was going to say rosemary is always great with potatoes, right? So again, that's the great part is if you do have a lot of herb plants in your kitchen, you can kind of just pick and choose and whatever flavors work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Parsley goes with everything, I think. So
that's true.
Anyways, we'll just take the leaves off here and chop these up, and I can feel my pans getting nice and hot. So we're ready to put these potatoes in because we want to get them nice and brown and crispy.
It's like you're making little French fry medallions. Yes.
Another way to do these too that I like to do is just to mix them with a herb rub or a spice rub.
Okay,
so
sure.
Any fresh herbs that you have or spices, paprika, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion, salt, any of those things that you have kind of hanging around the kitchen. Mix up your own rub.
Sure.
And put that on,
sense,
and it makes a nice. You can pass that. Sure. It makes a nice addition to the potatoes too, something different. In this case, we don't necessarily need all that because of all the spice and the
flavor
Cajun.
going on over here.
Yeah, but we'll just stick to easy with these potatoes. So fresh herbs, nothing better than that. I can smell them from here, and then we'll just do some salt and pepper. So we'll leave those for a couple minutes and then turn them over and get the other side.
Okay.
Okay. And then for our fresh salsa, really simple. There's not really too much you have to do with the fresh salsa. Just your chopped ingredients. I have some pineapple here. We'll start with, and some diced red pepper. I like to dice everything fairly fine. The pineapple I kept a little chunky on purpose, but have fun with it. Put whatever you like in it. Red onion.
And again, good color from this as well, right? Which just looks great in fish.
Yes. I want the pineapple to be the main focus here, so that's why I'm just putting a little bit of everything else in. And then jalapeno pepper.
Yeah, but you know what? That's going to give good flavor. So, and it's not going to be too spicy, right? Because you already get enough from the blackened fish. Right. But again, it's a really nice flavor.
Yeah, just a little bit. So what I normally do is cut my jalapeno in half. The seeds are where most of the heat is, though. It is a very spicy pepper on its own. So basically I just take the seeds out, and we won't use this whole thing, but I like to just chop it very fine.
Yeah, definitely I think with something like this, you would definitely want it to be fine, because you know how frightening that is to come across a big giant piece of,
yes. Yeah, so if you just do a little bit and chop it quite fine like that and mix it all in, then it won't be too spicy, but then you get that flavor. Okay, let's see how these are doing. They're getting there. Okay, maybe a little bit of lime juice too. Like I said, just whatever you have going on in your kitchen to make your own salsa. I don't normally put any other kind of liquid in here.
You don't really need to, right?
No, not really. You just want
cilantro would be good in there too. I'm such a huge fan of cilantro. I would just put it in everything.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But it would be.
It goes really well with these flavors. So basically that's it. You can add some garlic. I do have a garlic clove there. You can add some garlic, cilantro, perfect. You just want it to be, nice and fresh, simple. Add a little bit of olive oil if you want, just to give it a little bit more. And that's an easy salsa that you can do. And other fruits too, mango, would work really well as well.
Very island-like, right? Pretend you're in the Caribbean.
Yeah. And we can finish that off with some green onion after on the top.
All right.
moving on.
And
to
finally, the
fish.
feature of the plate.
Now the fish doesn't take so long to do, so that's why we leave it to the last minute. I'm just going to check these one more time. I just don't want to burn them. See, they're getting nice and browned. So I'm going to turn these over and just switch my pan up and get this pan heating for the fish. Okay. Let's put that one on the medium. Get this up nice and high.
And what kind of fish you're using? Haddock, right?
Haddock.
Today, but again, obviously you can go with all kinds of different types of white fish.
There's so many different kinds out there. I like, personally like the light, thin white fish.
Well, they don't have as much intensity of flavor on their own, so they can pick up the flavors from whatever you're doing with them, right?
So you just want to cover that nicely.
Now, you didn't do anything to pre-treat the fish. It's just as it is. Put it in, and the rub's going to stick
Just
to it,
as
and
it
you're good to go.
is. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to pan fry this, and we're going to head off to break. And when we return, we'll put it all together and show you this beautiful, nice fresh plate for September. That's it.
Live color fully at TERRA, where color lives.
You've sat under them and built forts in them. You've swung from them and fell out of them. You've even fallen in love under them. Trees have always held a special place in our hearts and memories. A natural beauty, trees will grow with you and your family and bring color and nature into your world. For your assurance of quality, look for trees and shrubs with the Medallion plant tag. Medallion plants, locally grown, the pride of Niagara.
AM 900 CHML is giving you more news when you want it most. Non-stop news weekday mornings 5 till 9, weekday afternoons 3 to 6, with weather and traffic on the 9s. Hear about it first from AM 900 CHML, Hamilton's news talk leader.
Welcome back to TERRA at Home, and back with Chef Rachel and doing the finishing touches on our blackened haddock.
Yes.
Yes. And just making, again, pretty, adding a little bit of green onion.
Yep, just cutting the green onion on a bias.
Oh, it looks nice like that.
Yeah, it does. The more of a bias you cut it on, the fancier it looks, I think.
Yeah, it's true.
So, yeah, we'll finish it off with that.
Okay.
But we've done our potatoes here, so these are nice and ready. When the first side was nice and brown, I turned them around and did the other side. So you probably put about 4 or 5 of these per serving.
Okay.
Just arrange them in a circle on the plate. And then the fish. So this is a very light fish. It doesn't take very long, just a couple
cooked very quickly.
seconds per side, maybe 30 seconds to a minute per side. Even if you cook it for about 30 seconds or a minute on the first side and then flip it over, you really don't have to keep it on for much longer. It's basically done at that point. The heat for the, while you turn your burner off, and obviously there's still a little bit of heat there,
yep.
That's just enough for it to
So that remains nice and light and flaky and tender.
So I was gonna attempt it with this spatula, but this one's a little bit thicker because this is quite a thick piece of fish. Obviously we all know that as fish cooks, it breaks apart as well.
Yep.
So you kind of have to be a little careful while plating it. But just put that right on top there.
That smells great. Just a reminder, as you're finishing up, of course, you can get all of Chef Rachel's recipes on our website, terragreenhouses.com. Easy to access, and again, exactly how you should prepare them. As well, of course, you can watch the episode over and over and over again. You can join us every Saturday morning and be part of, again, a great show. We try to keep it local around the region and to give you everything, good food and fashion and health and fitness and fun. And there we go. Good eats. That looks awesome. Thanks so much, Chef Rachel.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for now. Have yourself a good weekend.